Hi, and welcome to the 7th day of coverage of the 2013 U.S. Open. A little show we like to call Drive to the Championship, presented by Mercedes-Benz. He's Todd Martin. I'm Kevin Skinner. Caroline Wozniacki bounced out early once again, has struggled in majors the last couple of years. Lost to the quarterfinals of the 2012 Australian Open. She loses before getting to the final 8 here at the U.S. Open. She lost to a very talented little Italian, Camilla Giorgi. It looked really good.
Well, of course, it's disappointing for Wozniacki, but all credit goes to Giorgi. She dictated play so well, especially when the moments came in the third set of stress. She did great.
And Wozniacki coming on a hard time. She'll have to regroup somewhere else. U.S. Open, not her stop. Now, a highly anticipated fourth-round meeting. You couldn't have asked for anything more. You got the seeds through. 2 Americans, Serena Williams, Sloane Stephens, meeting for the 3rd time this year, having split the previous 2. It lived up to the expectations for a set.
You know, Sloane Stephens has so much potential, but at this point in time, in spite of the win that she had against Serena Williams earlier in the year, it is potential. She's showing great progress, but when you give Serena Williams that added motivation of having lost at the Australian Open to this young woman, she was all business, and once she had a little advantage, she ran away with it.
There was some great play early, but a late break by Serena. She served for the set. Then she had 10 winners and 2 unforced errors in the second set, winning at 6-1. So who would she face next? Well, it could be Angelique Kerber, the 8th seed, or 18th seed from Spain, Carlos Suarez Navarro. They split the opening 2 sets. It would go to a 3rd set tiebreak, and the Spaniard dominated.
High drama, but Suarez Navarro gets the upset, and she's one of those women who's been under the radar for so long. Very good player, not a powerful woman, but she's very clever, and I think she'll be not a challenge for Serena Williams, but if Serena's off, just maybe.
She has proven that she is worthy of this position. She's now reached the quarterfinals in 3 of the 4 majors, just Wimbledon missing from that. All right, transitioning to the men. We know about the defending women's champion, Serena Williams. Defending men's champion, Andy Murray, got out against German Florian Mayer today. And he got off to an admittedly slow start, but once he put his nose in front, he didn't look back.
It's a bad matchup for Florian Mayer. There's 2 guys that play sort of the same style of play, waiting, putting the ball in awkward positions, but Andy Murray's the better athlete and the better player. So it was just a matter of time. Andy Murray's got a lot of confidence, and he has every reason to believe that he's going to keep going.
Confidence galore, 16-1 at majors this year. He'll next face Uzbekistan's Denis Istomin. Now, Thomas Berdych is flying under the radar, some think, but how can you when you haven't dropped a set? The 5 seed was impressive against Julian Benneteau today.
Everybody whose name is not Murray, Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer is traveling under the radar. Thomas Berdych is probably in the best position to disrupt the stronghold on the U.S. Open title that those other 4 have. Berdych and Del Potro, but Del Potro is out. Those are the 2 guys who are the most promising and that look the most believable. Big games. I love Berdych's style, and he's definitely in form.
A semifinalist last year. He looks like he might be headed that way again this year. He might have to get past Andy Murray, though, in order to do so. Next up is Stanislas Wawrinka. Let's switch into the doubles discipline, and we know that the Bryan brothers are poised to pick up the Grand Slam. That's all 4 major events in 1 calendar year, and they are only 3 matches away from doing so. They looked great today.
They looked great today. They were challenged, though. The team of Nestor and Pospisil from Canada, their Davis Cup doubles team just coming up in their semifinal tie with Serbia, played awfully well, had an early lead, but the Bryan brothers came back strong. The amazing thing about the Bryans is that they never seem to waver in their energy or their focus. In spite of some serious stress out there today, they kept on plugging away, and they were patient, and they ended up playing really well at the end.
Might have been just what they needed to be tested this early, so into the quarterfinals and then the final run to see if they can make the push and do something unprecedented, as no men's doubles team has ever won the Grand Slam in the Open era. Well, that's going to do it for our 7th day of coverage of Drive to the Championships, presented by Mercedes-Benz. For Todd Martin, I'm Kevin Skinner. We hope you'll join us again for episode number 8.